So starting this morning practice in a position of stillness. So for me, I'm going to start laying on my back with my legs up. You want to start standing up or in a seated position. Just pick what position feels quite natural for you this morning. Keep the eyes open, but just see if we can soften the gaze halfway. So just softening the eyelids. Hands are going to come to your stomach, or if you stood up, you can leave them hanging down by the side of the body. And as always, before we start to move the body, just gently giving the mind and the body a chance to wake up this morning before we rush into our day, before we rush into postures. Start to notice the breath. Start to notice any patterns in the mind, whether it's busy, whether it's still quite sleepy. Noticing the weight of the muscles in the body, any aches or pains. Noticing the heart rate in the chest. See if you can keep your awareness on the present moment for a couple of seconds. And just let anything else that's coming in your mind, distracting thoughts, just let them slide by. See if you can leave anything at the mat, away from the mat, even. So that for the next 30 minutes, we're just focusing on the breath and the movement, reminding the body that it's safe at all times. Cleansing the body of any tiredness before we start our day. And then option to set yourself an intention for the next 30 minutes, something you're working on. Yoga is a personal practice, so make it about something that you're working on, working towards. Maybe feeling more grateful, maybe releasing tension from your neck or your back. Maybe just to be a little bit more present. And then start to connect with the breath. Let's inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale deeply. Exhale deeply. Inhale deeply. Exhale deeply. As you inhale deep through the nose, take in all that fresh oxygen for the day. And then as you exhale this time, open your mouth and sigh everything out. Inhale, really fill the belly with air. See if you can get the air to the bottom of the belly. Open the mouth, sigh it out. One more deep inhale in. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Setting the pace of the breath now. So inhaling in through the nose for the count of 2. And then exhaling out through the nose for the count of 2. And then whatever pose you're in, you're going to make your way back up to a standing position. So meeting in Tadasana, mountain pose. We stand nice and tall, feet together, knees together, thighs together, hands either side of the body, palms facing forward. See if you can really make the legs feel nice, the feet feel nice and rooted through the ground. Hands are nice and active, so fingers spread, palms face forward. Roll your shoulder blades together down your back so you're nice and tall. So really push your shoulders down away from the ears. Make sure you've got a nice space in your chin and your chest, up nice and tall this morning. And then just walk your feet about hip width distance. Lock the knees so the legs are nice and strong. And then on the inhale, you're going to roll your shoulders forward, up to your ears, and then back down. So on the inhale, the shoulders move forward, up to the ears, and the exhale, pinch the shoulder blades together and really get big circles with the shoulders. So taking it at a pace that suits you, maybe quite slow if you've got a couple of aches or pains there. Maybe a little bit quicker if that feels nice to create some space, some heat. Remembering the breath, so in the inhale we move up, On the exhale, we really pinch them shoulder blades together as much as you can. Let the shoulders do the movement here, so the arms are just going where they're taken. The movement's really led from the shoulders. So we're just starting to wake up in the shoulders, and then we're going to start to take a little bit wider. So bend the arms this time, and then start to circle with the shoulders, keeping the arms nice and active, the hands nice and spread. Really getting deep into the shoulder blades, releasing any tension in the neck from last night's sleep. Remembering to breathe in deeply and out deeply. And then when you're ready to change direction, so your shoulders are going to go back, up and forward, back, up and forward. So they go back on the inhale, up and down on the exhale. So nice and slow. Keeping the eyes open, but see if you can soften the gaze halfway and pick a focus point in front of you. Focus on there with your gaze as you continue to take these circles round with the breath. Two more big circles with them shoulders coming forward. And then when you're ready, gently release the hands either side back to Tadasana. Feet can come together, or you can keep them hip width, whichever feels best. And then just gently bring your heels up off the mat so that you're completely on the heels. Good morning, Mike. You don't say morning. We're in standing pose, coming up onto your tiptoes. Lift the heels off the ground, hands either side of the body. And see if you can really push yourself as high on the tiptoes as you can. Pick a point in front of you to focus on so that you feel nice and centered. And then see if you can go a little bit higher on them tiptoes, really giving the feet and the back of the legs a bit of a stretch. And then let's just lower the left heel. The right foot stays nice and high. And then see if you can put a bit of weight into that right foot. So really getting a stretch for the toes this morning. And then gently place that right heel down, lift the left foot up, stretch into the bottom of the left toes. Connecting with the breath, inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale in. Exhale out. Gently release that left heel to the mat. Walk the feet about hip width distance. And then we're just going to start to move a little bit and create a little bit of a flow. So on the inhale, you're going to bounce your knees. You're going to sweep your arms either side and reach to the sky. On the exhale, knock the hands down, prayer heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down. Inhale, bounce the knees, really reach up. Exhale down. This time we're going to come to a forward fold. So on the inhale, bounce the knees. Inhale, reach up, sweep the arms up either side. On the exhale, bring your hands to heart center, but bring the torso down towards the chest, into a forward fold. So you can walk your feet quite wide here if you need to. Let the hands just hang wherever they want to. Make sure you've got a nice bend in the knee. We don't want a straight leg here because we want to protect the lower back. So bend the knee and see if you can melt your chest towards the top of the thighs. Hands fall wherever they fall. Untuck your head. So make sure that the head's like a bowling ball, nice and heavy. And then let's help the head relax a little bit. Let's shake the head, no. And nod the head, yes. So no to tiredness and grogginess. Yes to feeling energized this morning. And then let the head be heavy, let the hands be heavy. On the inhale, see if you can make your spine nice and long. So the base of your spine to the top of your head is one nice long line. We don't want to be hunched. And then in the exhale, see if you can melt a little bit further. And then we're just going to start to twist a little bit. So if you're not at the floor, that's fine. Wherever your hands are, just let them hang. Bring your left hand underneath your face. And then inhale your right hand to the sky and just have a stretch to the right. Be careful of your neck here. If you've got any pain, keep your gaze to the ground. Inhale the right hand down. Exhale the left hand to the sky. Make sure you breathe in. Inhale in, left hand down. Exhale, right hand goes up, look to the right. Inhale, right hand down. Exhale, left hand up. Gently bring the hands back down. Gently untuck the head, make sure the chin is to the chest. And we're going to come to standing, rolling nice and slow for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming to the top, taking a couple of rolls of the shoulders. And then we're going to go back down and roll again slowly. So tucking the chin first. Imagine you're rolling yourself down like a piece of paper. The head goes first, then the shoulders, and the arms hang in front. And then back, the lower back, the hips start to hang over in the forward fold. When you get to the bottom, take a deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. And then come back up. So do it at your own pace. Slowly or fast, whatever the body wants today. It's too early for me, so my body's quite nice and slow this morning. And then when you get to the top, we're going to go one more time. So tuck your chin first. Really let the head be heavy. Rolling down. Really starting to just release any tension that's built up overnight. Release any of them little muscles that don't feel quite happy. And then when you get to the bottom again, we do a detox breath. We inhale deeply. Exhale through the mouth. Gently roll back up when you're ready. And then come back to standing. Back to Tadasana, gently bounce into the knees. Inhale, sweep the hands either side to prayer. Exhale, bring them down to your heart. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, down. One more. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, down. Bring the hands at prayer at heart center, and you're going to interlink the fingers and push your palms towards the ground. On the inhale, you're going to move your hands towards the sky. And then in the exhale, you're going to cactus. Inhale, prayer. Exhale, interlink your fingers towards the ground. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, cactus. So we've got 4-way breath there. So your feet are nice and strong in the ground as we do this. Knees are locked. Feet can be too airy to speak. Feet can be mat width distance. And let's see if we can move with the breath. So let's start in hands at prayer actually. Inhaling. Hang on, sorry. Get connected with my breath here. Hands at prayer. Inhaling, palms towards the ground. Exhale, hands towards the sky. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, prayer. Inhale, palms down. Exhale, sweep the hands up to prayer. Exhale, cactus. So doing a few of these at your own pace when you're ready. So we go from prayer to palms to the ground. Sweep the hands up. And then cactus. We're going to point in front of you so the mind doesn't get distracted. Prayer, palms to ground. Inhale, sweep your arms above your head. Exhale, cactus. One more. Prayer, palms to the ground. Sweep the hands above your head. Exhale, cactus. This time I want you to keep your hands in cactus. I want you to make sure that your bum's not sticking out, so the tailbone should be nice and tucked under, making sure that we start to activate the abs in the front of the body. Pinch your shoulder blades together. Make sure you've got a nice space in your chin and your chest. And just gently start to look over your right shoulder and then your left. Notice if your arms are in alignment, so your hands should be directly above your elbows. So as you look between your left and your right, just check in with the hands. See if the hand needs to go slightly back to meet the elbow. And just gently waking up that neck by looking left and right. And then when you're ready on the inhale, you're going to turn your cactus upside down. Bring your gaze back to the center. Inhale, turn your palms down, facing behind. And you should feel a nice stretch and open up in the shoulders. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Really open the chest towards the sky. So on the inhale, as you come into cactus, see if you can really take your shoulders together, elbows slightly behind the center line of the body. And then just move through a few of these at your own pace. Inhaling. Exhale out. And then when you're ready, gently come back to cactus. Straighten the arms out like a T. Really reach your arms either side, getting a nice stretch for the top arm, which often gets forgotten. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Gently release the hands either side of the body. And then we're going to start to move the shoulders one more time before we come down to the mat to do some deeper stretches. You're going to inhale forward, up to the sky, and then exhale back. So making nice big circles with the shoulders. Inhale up, exhale back. Taking it a little bit quicker. We want to try and move through any of them blocks of the energy this morning. So seeing if you can start to kind of swing the arms forward and back. See if you can keep the body still. So we don't want the body to be kind of thrown in motion. We want the shoulders to be nice and active. Let the arms be heavy if you can. Make sure your neck's comfortable. So if you've got any pains in your neck, you can gently lower your gaze to the ground. See if you can go a little bit quicker. So remembering your intention this morning, whether you're really tired, maybe you've got a particular meeting today or whatever it is that you've got today. Just remind yourself that you're creating energy here, removing any blocks of energy, boosting the immune system, improving concentration, all the good stuff. So take it a little bit quicker, but remember to breathe. And then gently slow down. So don't force the slow down, just gently let the arms slow come to a stop. And then when they're hanging either side of the body, I want you to close your eyes. Bring your awareness to the left arm and the right arm. If you can feel any negative energy this morning, any tiredness, any pain, any anxiety about the day, or any stress about the future. See if you can feel any tingling energy in the arms, and imagine all that negative energy just floating away from the body. Not forcefully, but just acknowledging it, releasing it away from the body. And then when you're ready, you're going to take it the opposite way. So I was doing the counter pose in yoga. So bringing the arms back, up and forward. And then if it feels right, take it a little bit quicker. You might find one side easier than the other. So for me, this is quite easy in terms of I don't feel much resistance from the muscles, whereas the opposite way was quite tight. So it's easier for me to take it a little bit quicker. So just listen to your body, and if it feels right, take it a little bit quicker. Really wheel the arms. Remembering the feet and the knees, there are roots to the ground. So feel the pose of every part of the body from top to toe. Take it a little bit quicker. Feel that energy in the shoulders, the heart space, releasing all that tension. And then when you're ready, slow the circles down. Eventually, when you come to a point of stillness, keep the eyes open this time, but bring your awareness to the arms again. Just bringing your attention to any stories that the mind's made up this morning. Too tired to get up. We'd bother going to work. Don't really want to make a healthy breakfast. Any negative story that doesn't feel like it's quite you. Just see if you can bring your awareness to the present moment and let go of any negative stories, any negative emotions. And then when you're ready, gently sweep your hands with your head to prayer. Exhale down to heart center. The next bit you can do either standing if that feels right, or you can do it sitting down or kneeling. So for me, I'm going to do it kneeling this morning with a cushion behind me. But just see what works for you. So we're going to do it an energizing breath exercise to wake us up this morning. So taking it nice and easy. Still trying to move the body to get rid of any of that tension, but not being too forceful. So you're placing your hands on your knees or either side of the body if you're stood up. I want you to make sure that you're sitting nice and tall. Imagine from the top of your spine to the base of your spine is one nice, strong, straight line. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. And then we're going to do an energizing exercise to see if we can really bring the energy to the day. So we're going to take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. This time you're going to seal the lips shut. Take a deep inhale through the nose. You're going to exhale 5 times through the nose, short breath. So inhaling deeply. Exhale 5 short breaths through the nose with the mouth closed. Inhaling deeply. Exhale through the nose. This time I'm going to do it with the mouth. So inhale through the nose. as deep as you can, and then exhale 5 times, short breaths through the mouth. So really trying to expel all the stale energy from the bottom of the belly. Let's place our hands on the bottom of the belly, just kind of underneath the belly button. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And on the exhale, 5 short breaths through the mouth. So we should be able to feel the belly pulling away from the hands as we start to get that pumping motion. So inhaling deeply. Exhale 5 short breaths through the mouth. Inhaling deeply. If you can, take it to 7. And release. Inhaling deeply. Exhale for 7. Inhaling deeply. Exhale out through the mouth for 7. So see if you can make the noise if you can. Inhaling deeply. Exhale out for 7 short breaths and really try and pump the belly from the bottom of the air from the bottom of the belly. And the last one, we're going to go for as long as we can. So you're going to inhale for as deeply as you can. Really accentuate the breath, fill it in the bottom of the belly. And then when you're ready, exhale through the mouth for as many short breaths as you can. And gently release. Gently place the hands, palms on top of the knees or hanging either side of the body. Eyes open and pick somewhere, so you've got a neutral spine, pick somewhere right in front of you. So you've got a nice straight gaze with your eyes. Maybe just the energy in the body before we move one last time, before we seal the practice closed. So when you're ready, you're going to come to the mat for the last part of the practice. So using gravity to get a little bit more of a deeper stretch. You're going to start on our backs. So making sure that the head, the neck has got full contact with the mat. Maybe walk your shoulder blades out to make sure that you can feel every part of the back sinking into the ground or the mat. Knees are bent, feet into the mat. And then when you're ready, we're just going to start by straightening that right leg to the sky. The challenge here is to see if you can keep your lower back flat on the mat. If you want, you can place your hands on your stomach to see if you can help that. So we're going to focus for finishing this practice with our hamstrings. So a lot of pain in the back, the neck, any issues with the back can come from tight hamstrings. So making sure we're giving them the attention they deserve. We're going to straighten that right leg as much as you can. If it means that your leg's lower, that's absolutely fine. And then when you're ready, you're going to take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, see if you can bring that leg a little bit closer towards the sky. Flex the feet, really push the heel away from you. Imagine you're pushing away that tiredness, pushing away last night's sleep. And then when you're ready, making sure you're using your breath, you're going to inhale the right leg towards the right. So as if you're on a clock to about 2 o'clock. Take it back to 12 o'clock. And then take it over to 10 o'clock. So tick-tocking the feet here. So inhale the right leg nice and straight. Take it over to 2 o'clock. Inhale up to 12 o'clock. Exhale to the left. Gently hug that knee in. Give it a big tight squeeze. And then keeping the left foot nice and heavy into the floor. You're going to place your right hand on the right knee. And we're just going to start to get a bit of space and a bit of warmth in the right hip joint. You're going to gently guide your right hip in small circles. So just using the hand. See if you can let the leg go. So the leg's completely heavy. See if you can just circle the right knee and the hip joint really deeply. Take the circles a little bit bigger if that feels right. Remembering the breath here, take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and then we're going to change the direction of the circle. So whichever, I've just gone clockwise, I've just gone anti-clockwise, so I'm going to change to clockwise. Whatever direction you're in, just change. And then see if you can let that right hand come to the ground and continue to do them circles, but see if you can take them a little bit deeper. So we're really trying to get into the hip joint here. Really important to do this at the start of the day before we start to walk and move. Really starting to lube, get some a bit of lubricant on the joint. So the more we move, the more we warm all the energy around there, also the fluid around the joints, the muscles. It can stay really healthy if we make sure we get nice and deep into the joint, and then change the opposite direction one more time. And then when you're ready, gently place that right foot back down to the mat. Gently inhale the left foot to the sky. You can use your hand on the back of the leg if you need to. Otherwise, your hands can be on the ground with the palms facing down. And then you're going to straighten that left leg. So just notice the difference between one for the other. So my lower back is really arching off the ground here. So I'm going to place my hands on my belly button to see if I can connect that lower back to the ground. Straighten that left leg. Push that heel away from you. Push away that tiredness. Push away any anxiety, any negative energy. Feel the leg nice and strong. And then when you're ready, you're going to do the same as on the other side. You're going to inhale, take it over to 10 o'clock. Exhale back to 12. Take it over to 2 o'clock. Back to 12. So just work at your own pace, taking it from left to right. And just see if you can be really curious this morning. So where about for you is that hamstring holding tension? I doubt very much you can find many people who don't hold tension in the hamstrings. It's just a natural way for the body to hold tension because we use the legs so much. Just noticing how tight your hamstrings are this morning. And then gently come back to center, keep the leg nice and straight, push that heel away from you. See if you can bring that a little bit closer towards the chest. And then when you're ready, you're going to gently bend that left knee. Left hand comes to the left knee. And then you're going to start to draw little circles with the knee. Right hand comes down to the mat so the shoulder's nice and heavy. And starting to make them circles a little bit bigger. Notice that the right leg is static, so we want the right leg nice and strong. So it's just the left hip that's moving. You can even put your hand on your right hip if that helps you stabilize that hip. And then change direction. And then when you're ready, releasing that left hand and see if you can draw them circles a little bit wider. So really getting into the hip socket here. Remembering to breathe. So if you lost your breath, inhale in. Exhale out as you do really big circles, really getting deep into the muscles. Taking a couple more big circles. And then when you're ready, give that left knee a nice hug. Bring the right knee in as well and give both knees a hug. And then you're going to start to gently rock from left to right. So giving the massage, giving the lower back a massage to the kidneys, the adrenal glands, the digestive system, all the important organs that work every day. Giving them a nice massage, sending fresh blood to that area. And then you're going to gently inhale your knees towards your chest. Close down the eyes. Really hug your knees into the chest. Gently blink the eyes open. Straighten both legs to the sky this time, making the legs nice and straight as you can. And then inhale, bring your knees to your chest. So exhale. On the inhale, we're going to straighten our knees to the sky. Make sure the back's nice and heavy in the mat. Exhale, knees to chest. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, down. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, down. A couple more of these. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, down. Nice. Gently rolling over onto your right side. Using your hands to push yourself back up to your knees. So we're going to finish with a camel pose. So just taking it easy on the camel pose. You're going to start on your knees. You can do it standing as well if you need to. If you're doing it in standing, then standing with feet probably about mat width distance, about hip width distance. So making sure the knees are directly under the hips. If you're on your knees, then untuck the feet so the back of the feet are into the mat. And then we're going to start by placing our hands on our hips. So if you're standing, make sure your knees are locked nice and tall. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. And then wherever you are, whether it's knees or standing, you're going to place your hands on the back, almost as if you're putting your hands in the back of your jean pocket, and then lift them a little bit higher so they're on the lower back. So you want your palms nice and strong into lower back to support us. Squeeze the elbows together as much as you can. And then you're going to imagine that the front line of the body is a nice straight line. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, you're just going to gently sink the body back. So try not to bend too much. Keep the front of the body nice and straight. If you're standing, then just gently look up to the sky. Gently open your heart towards the sky. Inhale back to straight. Take a deep breath in. And exhale out. One more inhale in. And then the exhale, see if you can just gently sink back. Take that front line of the body back as much as you can until you start to feel the front of the body starting to wake up. Hold there and breathe. And then gently back to center. One more if it feels ready, if you feel it feels right even. Inhale in. Exhale back. So shining that chest towards the sky, pinch the shoulder blades together. We're just getting a nice wake up for the front of the body. And then gently back to center. If you're on your knees, you're just going to take a quick counter pose by bringing your heels back down, bum back down to the heels, and then stretching out in front of you for a quick child's pose. And then when you're ready, tuck the hands to the mat. See if you can bring your weight forward onto your toes, and then take the weight back so that you're in a toe squat. And then gently see if you can rise from toe squat up to standing. So finishing the practice this morning nice and tall, nice and strong. We're going to start with our feet, hip width distance. And I want you to take any movement that feels intuitive before we start to finish and we seal the practice to a close. So maybe a couple of twists left to right, maybe swing the arms either side. Maybe reach the arms up either side, whatever movement feels intuitive, just to get that last bit of tension out from the body. And then coming back to center, hands either side of the body, palms facing forward. I want you to tuck your chin to your chest, close down your eyes. Let the head be really heavy. Feel fully supported by the body. Imagine the energy line of the body coming right through the root to the ground, through the feet to the knees, all the way up the hips, the chest, the neck, right to the top of the head. Gently melt your left ear towards your left shoulder. And then gently roll your right ear towards your right shoulder. So just gently rocking the head from side to side, releasing any last bits of tension. Inhaling deeply. Exhale out. And then as you do this, as you're moving your head from left to right, I want you to notice if there's a particular part which feels a little bit creaky, is the word that I use. So for me, it's when I get to the left ear, left shoulder, my right side feels a little bit all knotted. So if you've got a place like that, I just want you to stay there for a second and then just breathe a little bit deeply. If your neck's pretty good this morning, then just continue to shake your head, roll your head from left to right. And then when you're ready, gently bring your chin back to your chest. Gently come back up to a neutral gaze. Gently bend the knees, reach the hands above you and reach up to the sky and exhale down to heart center. On the inhale, bend the knees, reach up and really gather all that energy you've created this morning. On the exhale, bring it down to your heart center. On the inhale, reach up. Just notice all that energy that you've created rather than staying in bed for an extra hour. Exhale, bring it down to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down. This time, inhale, reach up. Keep your hands towards the sky. Palms are going to really reach up towards the sky and get a nice stretch for each side of the body. And then when you're ready, hands to prayer. Gently melt them down to heart center. Keep your hands up, prayer at heart center. Finishing the practice with some gratitude. So picking a point in front of you to focus on. Silently repeating in your mind one thing that you feel grateful for today. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out and feel completely present in the moment. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale out any grogginess from last night's sleep. Inhale in. Exhale out. Acknowledging how the body feels compared to the start of practice. Option to carry your intention forward for the rest of the day. Remember, the breath is there for you whenever you need it. Gently lowering your gaze to the hands, acknowledging the power of the practice and starting the day by moving the body, moving through any of them energy blocks. Starting our day with intention and reminding the body that we are safe. The light in me sees and acknowledges the light in you. Thank you so much for practicing with me. The energy this morning, gently bowing your head to your hands. Namaste. Namaste. Have a wonderful day.